What's going on, guys? Solar Battler here with a tutorial in Fallout 4 about electricity and building. Now, I've gotten requests from my live stream a night or two ago when I was playing this. Some people were generally confused on how I was getting electricity and stuff to build defenses for Sanctuary. So, as a nice thing to do, I'm doing a quick tutorial on it, and I'm gonna show you guys how to build electricity very easily, and also build defenses. So, the first thing I'm going to talk about is defenses, because this is a lot easier to talk about than power to some degree. Your defense rating is dependent on what you have set up and what you have built to defend your town. For Sanctuary, there's only one entrance to actually defend, so building defenses for this town is actually really easy to build.
I think Preston may want to chat.
Well, let me get the workshop set up real quick. My bad. Alrighty. So, defense-wise, the easiest thing to build off is guard posts, which is pretty much what you're gonna have to start off building when you do things, anyways. Guard posts can be this, or these little small ones like this, and they're pretty easy to build. The higher ones, just a word of advice, is if you build the higher ones, you actually get a bonus damage advantage when you have people guarding to it. So, if you built these, then I obviously will say you have to have someone to watch them. You just can't sit here and watch them all day like some people might think. You would actually have to assign a person to do it. So to do that, find a person you need. Where is mine? There he is. Just click on him, and click on the guard post you want him to guard. For this tutorial, I put him in from my gate. Which, speaking of gates and fences, one thing you also would want to have in your defense for what you're defending, especially Sanctuary, is have fences guarding like the bridge or something like that. Now, the fences will not actually give you any form of defensive bonus, but it will keep your enemies out. Well, except for over there, I have yet to build something there yet. It would generally keep your enemies out so long as you actually don't do anything stupid. But you will need someone to shoot. Not him, but the other guy assigned to it. And what you could also build is turrets and traps. Turrets, for the most part, do not, unless you're building like the more advanced turrets, do not require power, which is rather convenient. The first two here are easy to find, but you need to find circuitry. And circuitry is usually generally used for any form of robotics like this, like the machine gun. Also, if you have a place to put these higher somewhere, this would also work generally well too. Like I have mine up on the stump here to guard the bridge, which to me is like a generally good idea. Right off the bat, like I said, if you find things, you'll generally have all the stuff you need right off the bat except for circuitry. To find circuitry, the easiest place to do it early on, because there is none in Concord when you start out, there'll be a quest you can do at Abernathy Farms, which is this here. It'll send you up to here, defeat all the raiders in this, and you'll have about 5 to 6 circuitry to build your turrets. And you can do this pretty early in the game, right after you get the power armor if you go find this first or anywhere else. So that would pretty much cover defenses. Any advanced defenses do require power to run, which is what I'm going to talk about now. Power is this, which is basically a generator. Why did I say turret? Generators come in 4 different forms. Small ones, which produce 3, mediums that produce 5, and large ones that produce 10, which is really good, but it's extremely hard to build if you don't have nuclear material nearby. And then you have windmills. As you'll notice, I can't build any of them unless I ran out of copper building the tutorial for you. Thank God it's a separate game. So what you would do is, when you have all the materials to build a generator, you place it down somewhere, generally anywhere nearby, and you would try to connect the generators by wires. And these wires can be connected to whatever needs to be built. Like for say, if you need like a purification plant, you would just click space on one of these pylons or on the generator itself, and you can go to work. Just connect them to whatever you're building. It's a little different for lights. Lights in general take a little more thought process, but you can connect them just about the same way. Lights. Speaking of lights, one thing you can learn is most of the lights in the light section do not require. Well, they do require power, but they do not take a whole thing of power like a turret would. Lights will take no power, like off your limit here. Like I only have 3 powers. This is what I'm showing you. Well, that concludes this tutorial for building defenses and power. I hope you guys found it useful. And now that I think about it, please ensure that they only consider defenses if you have an actual person defending the guard post. Like for example, him and the turret make 9. Okay, now that ends it. Thank you guys for watching this, and I hope this was helpful. If you guys want another tutorial or something, leave in the comments below and I can make another tutorial or something. And that concludes this. Happy hunting, YouTube. I hope you enjoyed it.